Alright guys, this song right here, this is for Austin Lee. He's been requesting it. It's actually a great song. I didn't know it until today. So I've been watching some videos on it. It's actually written by a guy named, it's She Likes the Beatles by William Clark Green. It was co-written, I should say, by a guy named Brian Keene, who's a fantastic Texas music artist. If you like William Clark Green, then you need to check out Hayes Carl as well, because uh, Brian wrote a lot of his songs also, and kind of the same genre. You'll love them. All right, so getting into this one, the chords are pretty easy. They're pretty easy chords. It's standard, C, D, G, E minor. Um, the strumming pattern is pretty simple. It's that. Uh, So it's like boom chicka chicka boom chicka chicka boom chicka chicka boom chicka chicka. It's that that standard country strumming pattern. You could even alternate your bass. Um, the song starts with the chorus. Now this song, while the chords are simple and the strumming pattern's easy, it has some pretty quick chord changes in it. It's a little bit different than your standard, chord changes. Um, it starts with the chorus. So the chorus is G, C add 9, which a C add 9 is nothing more than just dropping these two fingers, your middle finger and your pointer finger, down two strings from the G. You lock your pinky and your ring finger into place on that third fret. In fact, when he plays this song, I watched a couple of videos of him playing it live. He never really moves this ring finger and this pointer finger. Even when he plays the D, he kind of plays it like this. But so you lock those in place, and so the chorus has G, C add 9, and D. That's it. That's all that's in the chorus. But the way the chord progression goes, and this is a different key than I sing in, so please forgive my singing. I'm going to muddle through it real quick so you can kind of get a sense of where the chord changes are. So it starts with a G. Then it goes to C add 9, G. So what he does is it's like he plays that for one beat. So it's she likes the Beatles, and I like the Stones. And then he does the same thing, but he switches to the G. She likes romantic movies, I like Indiana Jones. And then it repeats. She goes to church, and I stay at home. Oh, she likes the Beatles, and I like the Stones. So it's G, G, C add 9, G, 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 D, and then G, 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 C add 9, G, 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 D, and G. So that's the chorus. And it, like I said, it starts the chorus with that song, or starts the song with the chorus. Now to the little bit more difficult part of the song, and that is the verse. The chord changes in the verse are kind of two distinct. There's two sections to it that repeat twice each. So the first section, and it's two beats per chord. So it's C add 9, G, D, G, C add 9, G, D. Okay, I'm going to go through that one more time. C add 9, G, D, G, C add 9, G, D. Okay, that's the first part of the verse. So it's we met on the river in the mid-morning light. She swears it was late afternoon. Right? Then it goes to the second chord progression, which is very similar to the first, but there's a little change in there. And then it goes to C add 9, G, D, E minor 7th, which E minor 7th is nothing more than playing your standard E minor, but you're locking those two fingers in place, right? So you're keeping your pinky and your ring finger on the first and second strings of the third fret, and then you're just dropping your pointer finger and your middle finger down on the A and D strings on the second fret. It's kind of a tricky one. It's a good one. A lot of country music artists use this, but it's kind of tricky. Your dexterity needs to be there. So to go through that again, it's C add 9, G, D, E minor 7, C add 9, D, G. So that's the second part of that verse, and then he repeats each section over again. So let me go through it one more time, just so you have the chord progression down. So it's the first part is C add 9, G, D, G, C add 9, G, D. Then C add 9, G, D, E minor 7th, C add 9, D, G. So it's like, we met on the river in the mid-morning light. She swears it was late afternoon. She fell in love by the time it was night, and I didn't get here. I'm sorry, I messed that up. And I didn't get here till noon. So that's and another thing he does during the verse that he does. So he plays, when he plays the chorus, he's full on strumming, right? Full on strumming the verse, the chorus. When he gets to the verse, he kind of starts just kind of picking out. He doesn't have a set picking pattern really that I can tell. He just kind of tunes it down. Met on the river in the mid-morning light. She swears it was late afternoon. He kind of just he'll strum, and then he'll just kind of pick some strings from each chord out. And that's it, man. So you repeat that whole thing twice. Let me go through that one more time just to make sure we have it. First part of the chorus, we met on C add 9, G, D, G, C add 9, G, D, C add 9, G, D, E minor 7, C add 9, D, and then you go back into the chorus with she likes the Beatles, and I like the Stones, she likes romantic movies, I like Indiana Jones, and so that's the whole song, man. You can throw some cool little licks in there if you want to, you know, when you're playing when you're playing that C add 9, if you start playing it and then drop your pointer finger down. You can also drop your pinky when you're playing the D. You can add any of those little fills in there. It'll give it a little bit more, flavor. So if you got any questions, don't hesitate to send me a comment. I'm not a busy person, so I'll be more than happy to help you out. So another thing I wanted to say is Survival Bushcraft. I've got your song coming. There's no tutorials or tabs for that Hank Williams song that you want to hear, so I'm kind of having to learn it by ear. But we'll get there. I'll get it to you shortly. All right, man.